Let's start by recapping what we know about dividing by 10. We know that the digits move one place to the right, so 70 divided by 10 is 7.0, but we don't need to write the 0 tenths because we have a whole number. 7.0 tells us that we have 7 units and no tenths, but just writing 7 tells us this as well. Any number followed by 0.0 is just that number. So 9.0 is just 9, 28.0 is 28, 253.0 is just 253, and so on. So for 70 divided by 10, we would usually just write 7. For 260 divided by 10, we do the same thing. The digits move one place value to the right, so we have 26.0, which we can just write as 26. Now let's think about 4 divided by 10. At first, you might think that this doesn't make sense because we have a dividend which is smaller than our divisor. But imagine you had 4 cakes and you wanted to share those cakes between 10 people. Of course, there wouldn't be enough cake for all of the 10 people to have a whole cake each, but they could still get part of a cake if all of the cake was shared out evenly. Now, because we're dividing by 10, we can move our digit one place to the right. So 4 divided by 10 is 4 tenths. And because we don't have any units, we can write 4 tenths as 0.4. So 0.4 is the same as 0.4. So when we divide 4 by 10, we have no units and 4 tenths. So if we're sharing 4 cakes between 10 people, each person would get 4 tenths of a cake. Here's another way to think about dividing units by 10. We have 4 rectangles and each one is divided into 10 pieces. If we keep only 1/10 of the rectangles coloured, and dividing by 10 is really the same as keeping 1/10 of something, you can see that we now have 4 tenths of one rectangle coloured. So we have 0.4 because the first place value column after the decimal point is the tenths column. So what is 6 divided by 10? Well, moving the digit one place value to the right, you can see that we now have 6 tenths, which we can write as 0.6. And again, if you have 6 rectangles but keep only 1/10 of each one, you only have enough left to make 6 tenths of one rectangle, so 0.6. And it's the same with 9 divided by 10. You get 0.9. So if you have 9 whole rectangles and keep only 1/10 of each one, you're left with 9 tenths, which we write 0.9.